All right, let's bring in our Jonathan Jones with the breaking news here on CBS Sports HQ. Jonathan, so Richard Sherman making that announcement this morning that he's headed to Tampa Bay to play for the Bucs. What type of fit do we think this will be there in Tampa?
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. Tampa and Todd Bowles' system obviously is largely dependent on the pass rush up front, a lot of man coverage in the back, and we've sort of known Sherman to be, I don't want to call him more of a zone corner, but a little bit more of a zone corner. You worry when you talk about age, about how much man he's going to be able to play back there. But frankly, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are banged up. There's really no question that they've been dealt any number of injuries back there. First, starting with Sean Murphy-Bunting. And that, according to Richard Sherman on his podcast, is when these kind of talks from Tampa first really began. Tom Brady reaching out to Richard Sherman, and then the front office of Tampa Bay and Jason Light sort of taking it from there. So you have to believe and think that he's going to be inserted into this lineup probably in the next couple of weeks. He's not in football shape. He's probably in great shape. He says, listen, I want to show that these old legs still have some juice, and I'm sure that he is in good shape, but we hear from coaches and players all the time, hey, haven't been able to practice, haven't been in any sort of game situation, so cannot imagine that Richard Sherman's going to be out there against the New England Patriots on Sunday night, probably not against their game in Week 5 against the Dolphins, but I would start eyeing that Week 6 and Week 7 maybe for when he starts to get into football shape and can be put out there on the field.
All right, Week 6 would be Eagles on Thursday Night Football. Might not be enough time. They may push that to the Bears, as you mentioned, Week 7, to give him fully immersed in that particular team. Defensively, we showed the rankings there. You mentioned it coming into this offseason and season here, JJ. Let's talk about all the starters that they brought back, all 22, and that this team, if there was a weakness, was going to be in the secondary, and that sort of played out. How do you anticipate Todd Bowles and company will navigate this time until they can get Richard Sherman?
Yeah, they've had to play a lot of backups, and they'd love to get Sean Murphy-Bunting back. We're still going to see about Jamel Dean back there. It's difficult. And really what the Tampa Bay Buccaneers need right now is more pass rush. You can cover up a lot of blemishes on a defense if you can get to the quarterback. That's something that they have been able to do dating back to last year. Certainly in that final 8-game stretch, including the postseason, that's what they were able to do through the first 2 games, and then it ground to a screeching halt against the Los Angeles Rams and Matthew Stafford. They certainly need Jason Pierre-Paul back. They need him back very quickly. Bruce Arians talked this week about Shaq Barrett. Listen, the secret's out on you. People are going to pay attention to you. That doesn't matter. We still need you to produce. Getting to the quarterback and affecting the quarterback and getting quarterback hits after he's thrown the football, that's all good, fine, and well. But Bruce Arians was very clear this week, hey, we need to start sacking the quarterback. And Joe Tryon-Shoyinka, the first-round pick there at the end of the first round, had a fantastic preseason. We're going to need something from you, certainly when JPP is out. And so that's what I focus on, really, and I think that's what the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are focused on, especially when you consider Todd Bowles' defense, such a blitz-heavy scheme. You're going to have to affect the quarterback and get pressure with your front 4 so that these blitzes are still effective, so that you can cover up some of those back-end issues with either youth and inexperience or what the Buccaneers are faced with right now, which is, of course, so many injuries. So that's sort of the pressure point for me with these Bucs.
All right, Jonathan Jones here on CBS Sports HQ, our senior NFL writer with the very latest on the breaking news. Richard Sherman announcing he is signing with the Tampa Bay Bucs. JJ, thank you very much. The resume for Richard Sherman, certainly impressive. Part of the Legion of Boom out there with Seattle winning 1 Super Bowl title, making it to another Super Bowl within his time, then went to the San Francisco 49ers, defensive juggernaut there out on the West Coast, and now, shortly after his time in the NFL, going back into the league, joining Tom Brady in the Bucs.
Want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis. No yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.